Welcome to another video. I'm sure you've heard all about remote closing, but there's a new buzzword that's flying around called remote appointment setting, or just appointment setting in general. And so I want to make a quick video to talk about it. The reason it's been so popularized is because it's a much lower barrier of entry method of getting into online sales. My first ever role actually was an appointment setting role. I was brought on to help manage DMs of an Instagram account that sold a program, and so my scope of work and what I would do is I would go back and forth with the people in the DMs, and then I would either more likely book them directly on a call for the sales rep to talk with someone and go ahead and collect payment, or B, if I was able to, I would send them the link and get them to pay via DM chat. So what's the difference between closers and appointment setters? Well, closers are really just in the online space solely trying to take calls that have been booked to their calendar. This is whether it's a phone call or a Zoom call or Google Meets. They're just looking to sit here, like I am, talk with someone over a video chat or a phone call, and then make sure some sort of monetary transaction takes place over the phone. And if not, manage following up with that potential clientele and make sure eventually that that person closes and gives the business that they work for money so they can obviously make commissions. However, the appointment setter's job actually comes in before that, and going through different channels of marketing and lead generation and making sure that there's actually even calls on the calendar to begin with for the sales rep to take. Very rarely are appointment setters ever collecting money, whether that's in the DMs or either even on the phone call maybe they're having with the prospects to get them on the calendar. Their main job is just to make sure that they are booked in and penciled in for a call. So with that being said, there's a lot of different ways to actually appointment set in the online space. And so I'm going to go through a couple different forms and variations of that. It's really going to come all down to the type of marketing style and lead generation that the company that you're working with has built out in their business. Method number one is definitely the most popular, and that's going to be DM setting. I did this back in the day, and what's going to happen is you're going to be working inside of someone's Instagram account, whether they have a large following, whether they're running paid adverts to their profile to get messages or followers and people engaging with them when they post things like, hey, swipe up and DM me this if you're interested in X. And then your job is to go through, have conversations with these individuals, and through a few text messages, go ahead and maybe even qualify them, learn how much maybe they're making, make sure how much, kind of figure out how much they maybe have saved up for any type of investment that you or the closer would be asking them to make, and then from there getting them booked in on a call in the calendar. The second method is going to be a little less popular, but is arguably going to be the most cost-effective way for businesses to be able, or B2B businesses specifically, to be able to do lead generation for them and their companies, and that's going to be cold email automation. And that is not to get mixed up with cold email. Some businesses will ask appointment setters or SDRs, which are sales development representatives, to go out and either use a list of emails that they provide for them, or ask for them to find businesses that would be a good fit and potential prospects for them and send them a cold email. These people have no idea what your company is or what they offer, and so you're in charge of getting in touch with them, going through, following up with them, and then from there asking them to either book a call or getting their information and manually penciling them in on your sales rep's calendar. However, cold email automation is where you go through and actually buy a bunch of subdomains of the main domain for the company that you're working with, and you do lead scraping and all this fun stuff that I'm not going to talk about right now. But anyways, basically you use software to send out a bunch of emails everywhere to people who could potentially be inside of your target demographic for people you want to talk with and would be good people to work with. And then you have all the responses from those email blasts and from all those inboxes forwarding to one positive response inbox. And from there, the appointment setter or SDR will sit in there, respond to the emails that come in and do maybe 2-3 touch points, qualify them if they can over the email, and then get those people penciled in the same way that you would do if you were cold emailing them for the first time. Lastly, we got to get to everyone's favorite, which is either warm calling or cold calling. And so when it comes to both of those, they are very, very different. And let me tell you why. Warm calling is when someone has already expressed explicit interest in your company and what exactly your company does. This can come from a couple different variations, but usually it's from some sort of website or advert your business will put out, and then these people fill out some sort of information, whether it's to get like some sort of free guide, watch a video, or just they're submitting on the website, like they found it somehow and they wanted to just say like, hey, I'm interested in learning more. And then what you do is warm call them, which is calling them after they explicitly stated interest in what it is that your business that you're working for offers, and then just ask them things like, what got you interested in even filling that out? What got you interested at looking at the resources that we had? Tell me a little bit about like your current situation, what you got going on. And then if it's a good fit and you ask them some qualifying questions, book them in on the calendar again for the sales rep. And on the flip side of that, for cold calling is going to be talking to people that your company has never spoken with before and they have no idea who your company is. And there's mainly two ways that you're going to go about this. You're going to either A, be given a lead list from the company that you work with to go and dial all of these numbers, typically out of a dialer. You don't want to be using your own phone number. You're going to burn your own phone number, and then anytime you call your friends, it's going to pop up as potential scam. And so with that being said, you're going to either get a lead list, or they're going to ask you to go out and find businesses that would be a good fit to work with and could use the services that your company provides, and then call them. Again, this business has no idea what your business is. And so you're going to go through there, find if there's interest at all in what exactly your company offers, and then with doing that, qualify them a little bit over the phone, tell them a little bit more about what you do, and get them excited to have a call with you guys, and then book them again on the calendar for the sales representative. Listen, when it comes to any company that's asking you to appointment set or be an SDR or whatever, and they're asking you to find your own leads, you have to heavily vet these businesses. A lot of companies don't understand exactly how sales reps work, and so you should go ahead and ask them, hey, what other sales reps are doing this for you? Hey, have you done this for your company yourself? Hey, how much are these sales reps making, or how much were you doing when you were doing this for you and your company, and how much revenue were you bringing in? And then from there, with how much revenue they were bringing in or how much the sales reps were making, you can kind of guesstimate that once you're fully brought up to speed and you're performing at KPIs or key performance indicators, basically you're doing the standard for your job, how much money you're going to be making replicating this work. The reason I say heavily vet these businesses is because some businesses don't understand how sales reps work and will basically create a boiler room, over-promising and under-delivering an opportunity for sales reps. Sales reps are not a multiplier in the sense that some lower-level businesses think they are. Sales reps are not here to bring you business and get you to your first 10, 20, 30K plus month. Sales reps are a multiplier in the sense of the work you have already done. So, for example, if you're a business owner and you are getting 10K worth of new clientele over a month's time by doing whatever appointment setting method I covered prior, and you want an extension of yourself to do that, then you already have proof of concept for being able to make 10K a month doing this. You get an appointment setter, you bring them up to speed and train them on how to do exactly what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you have two people replicating the same work, and so now you'll be making $20,000 instead of just 10K per month. And so you keep doing that, you keep going linear, and then you get people like more 10K, 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 and then maybe you add in some new sort of process, or maybe you up your charges, and so then all of a sudden they're bringing in 15K each per month or 20K each per month. So there's horizontals and verticals to hit when it comes to that. But sales reps are not just going to magically make your business into a money printer. If you're at this point, subscribe. I hope this helped you learn what remote appointment setting is. And if you want to get into sales and remote closing or remote appointment setting, make sure to check out my link to my guide in the description. I've been fortunate enough to collect a lot of testimonials and feedback from you guys. I put essentially everything in there besides maybe some more sensitive information that I scraped out of my old mentorship program that I no longer run. I'm working solely on companies now, and so make sure to check that out. And if you have any questions about remote appointment setting or anything else you want me to cover, drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.